and gentlemen, now introducing to you Dr. Njakari Damages.
Thank you. Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. We're coming to you from New York. In case you don't know, last week, President Jonathan joined other leaders of the Commonwealth of Nations at the annual meeting in Australia. The president went with 120 delegates, and that, my friend, was the largest of any Commonwealth country. Amongst those who went with the president were selected governors, chosen ministers, favorite special assistants, the first lady, the second lady, and an amateur rapist. Oh yes. News report from Australia said that a member of the Nigerian delegation attempted to sexually assault a hotel worker. Attempted, yeah. We don't have the name of the suspect, but we know he belonged to the Nigeria's top 1%. The government spokesman described the incident as mere cultural misunderstanding. In the usual PDP way, the matter was settled as a family affair within the Commonwealth. Oh yeah. That small cultural misunderstanding did not spoil the fun of Nigerian delegations. Yeah. The president gave a well-received speech to a group of businessmen and women. For 30 minutes, he read a prepared speech without looking up for once. Yeah. The people at the Guinness World Records think that President Jonathan broke former President Umaru Yar'Adua's world record for reading without looking up. Despite his busy schedule, the president found the time to throw a surprise birthday party for the First Lady. Look at the picture. Here the president is feeding the First Lady. You know, the president is giving the First Lady cake, piece of cake. Oh yeah. Love, one thing. Love, one thing. Yeah. The party was put together by the governor of Benue State. Of course, he was the most suitable person to handle such a delicate party. If you look very closely at the cake, you will see that the age of the First Lady was forged. I know what all of you are thinking. Forget President Jonathan and the Commonwealth. Tell us about the divorce. All right. Well, the PDP has filed for divorce from the governor of Bayelsa State.
Not that divorce.
Do you know how bad you have to be for the PDP to say we don't want anything to do with you?
Not that divorce.
All right. Who am I kidding? Well, as you have heard, Kim Kardashian has filed for divorce from her husband 72 days after the wedding.
Now you're talking.
What a surprise.
The wedding gift that the band mailed to Kim through the Nigerian Postal Service is still on its way to California.
Surprise.
Imagine, Baba Suwe has been able to hold the cocaine inside his intestine for longer days than this $20 million wedding lasted. The good news is that our man, Two-Face, who is looking for a woman who has not known any man, now has a chance of landing Kim. The bad news is that this divorce will delay the release of Kim Kardashian's next sex tape. Congratulations to all those 364 Nigerians named as 2011 National Honors recipients. They include businessman Aliko Dangote. No surprise there. He will be the first non-government official to get the Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger.
Wow.
It makes sense to give Dangote the honor. A man who can command the price of cement to rise and fall, for all intents and purposes, is already a Grand Commander of Nigeria.
Yeah.
Other people slated for honor are actress Genevieve Nnaji and the president's Brent Sweet Light Crude, Desiane Alison Madeke.
Wow.
Baba Suwe's name was dropped at the last minute due to that little mishap that happened on his way to France. Bola Tinubu was supposed to be honored for the role he played in the election of President Jonathan, but he told the president up front that he preferred loaded Ghana must go bags to those useless awards.
What?
Whoa.
Those were Tinubu's words, not mine. I would like to get one of those honors some days, you know. Each time I remember how terminally ill Sonny Okosin, an award recipient, was begging for money to travel abroad for treatment, it makes me desire one of those coveted awards.
Yeah.
Guess what? There is hope for me.
Okay.
The other day, my source in Aso Rock informed me that if I can produce one episode of this show without flashing that picture of the First Lady, I will be in line to receive the Order of the Federal Republic.
Wow.
Okay, good luck.
No, not that one. No, not that one. No, not that one. Yes, that one. Talking of awards and lack thereof, 27 states in Nigeria have been declared bankrupt.
Wow.
Only Anambra, Akwa Ibom, Jigawa, and Abia State are in good financial health.
Wow.
Yeah. These 4 healthy states have 2 things in common.
What?
One is that their governors do not own private jets. They carry their security vote out of the state in official vehicles. The other thing they have in common is that prisoners in those states live on less than 100 naira a day.
What?
That is being prudent.
Whoa.
In what is shaping up as the biggest fight to come, the Christian Association of Nigeria has thrown its support behind the removal of oil subsidy. I don't know how Christians will take this, but I think something that belongs to people should not be given to Caesar.
Preach it.
But I understand that in heaven, as soon as Christian Association of Nigeria came out in support of the removal of oil subsidy, Jesus wept.
Amen.
Again.
Oh, Lord.
Meanwhile, more Nigerians are coming back from Libya after the death of Gaddafi.
Wow.
They are coming back with Gaddafi's robes. When we sell the robes, we can pay down Nigeria's debts. Yes.
Amen.
It is here again. Nigeria's external and internal debts stand at 6.02 trillion naira.
Wow.
T with a T. With a population of 165 million people, each of us owes 40 million naira.
What?
It will take us 50 years to pay it off.
It will take you.
More than our life expectancy. Unless you are Dangote, in which case you can pay it off if Nigerians are wise enough to hand over the rest of the country to him.
Wow. Not enough.
Before he was sacked, the coach of the Super Eagles, Samson Sese, was asked to say his last words. And he said, "Sacking me will not solve the problems of Nigerian football." I believe we know that. Sacking Umaru Yar'Adua did not solve the political problems of Nigeria either. We may not have Turai Yar'Adua to kick around anymore, but we surely have a worthy replacement in Patience Jonathan.
Yeah.
She loves gold too, but unlike Turai, she blows grammar as soon as she puts on gold. The governor of Ekiti State, Mr. Kayode Fayemi, is paying retirees 5,000 naira a month.
That's it?
Yeah, it is so popular that old men and women die on the line while they are waiting for their pay.
Hey.
Not to be outdone, the governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha, is paying primary school pupils 100 naira a month and secondary school students 120 naira a month.
For what?
Don't frown your face. That is enough to buy akara. Speaking to the press on the initiative, the special advisor to Governor Okorocha on education, Professor Fabian Osuji, stated that a committee has been set up to construct 305 European standard schools in each electoral ward in the state. Why European?
Yeah.
We will take Ghanaian standard. Anyway, the good professor also said that the committee will also find out the actual number of students enrolled in the already existing schools in the state. Boam. What could possibly go wrong with giving out cash before you know the number of students you have?
Everything.
Nothing. Nothing. Talking about priorities, the Senate President, David Mack, said that same-sex marriage is a taboo and offensive to the culture and tradition of Nigeria.
Amen to that.
Amen.
He said, and I quote, "It is incomprehensible to contemplate same-sex marriage. I cannot be a party to it. There are enough men and women to marry one another. The whole idea is importation of foreign culture, but this one will be a freedom too many. We cannot allow our tradition and value system to be eroded." Wow.
Well
I totally agree with the wonder boy, David Mark. I'm just not sure that he checked with the likes of Babangida before he made that statement.
Right.
As one of those boys made by Babangida behind closed doors, he needed to have checked with Oga. Anyway, that's not my business. My concern is, when will David Mark, our president in waiting, show the same contempt for men stealing government money? Now, that one affects me more than what Alhaji Mama Baba is doing with Mr. Okosisi in a hotel room. Another fellow against gay marriage is lawmaker Chris Anyanwu. She's against legalizing prostitution and against gay marriage. I mean, she needs to choose one. There may be enough women to go around the men, but surely there are not enough men to go around the women. Please don't count the likes of Charlie Boy as men. Until next week, my name is Dr. Damages. I diagnose and you heal yourself.
Damages! Damages!
Thank you. Thank you.